day 5, and I've just left a little place called Hayfield where I stayed last night, and I'm heading across the mountains to Mount Baw, and then up to Marysville, and then down to Warburton, then across to Healesville. A fair bit colder today. There's actually snow predicted on Mount Baw, funnily enough. It's middle of summer at the moment. But that's Victoria for you. 4 seasons in a day, they say. I've never been to Baw before. Already got some epic tracks happening, and yeah, that's about it, I suppose. So big difference between what I'm riding yesterday and what I'm riding today. Got some pretty steep declines. Biggest difference is that it's really loose. So yesterday it was, it was pretty good because you had all the rocks sticking out, whereas today it's just shaly, sort of almost gravel the whole way down. So I've got to be a lot more careful, go a lot slower, conserve my brakes more. This goes from about where we are now, 515 to 420 in probably 600 meters, but it's freaking steep. So here we go. Yeah, so locking up the front now as well as the rear, coming down those descents. Yeah, I didn't have any of that yesterday. Front was just holding on. Snake, see that? Scary. Stunning little spot I'm at here. Camera will do it no justice, but yeah, so I've come down that descent. Now I've got a hefty climb coming out of here. It's yeah, it's going to be obviously no run up whatsoever, and then I've just got to basically get on it, get right up in the revs, just keep my momentum straight up there. Should be fun. So this climb here takes me from 400 meters to 750 meters in quite a short period of time. So I'm on my way up to Mount Borbor, and I'll tell you what, stunning piece of road. Gorgeous, twisty, gravelly road. You know, they should do Australia's version of Pikes Peak hill climb right along this road, because it's that epic. It's just flat out. Oh, I love it. Absolutely awesome. And as you can see, just this stunning scenery, those amazing ferns. You know, you're almost out of serotonin. It's just so fucking beautiful throughout this whole amazing high country. Yeah, words just can't describe it. I don't know if you can see much of that, but it is just phenomenal. Just like lush rainforest. Being from South Oz, you're just so used to you know, nothing but deserts, especially in the summer. Yeah, everything's just parched. So to come out here and see this this amazing greenery, just full on. I love it. And then to be traveling around, no one to worry about besides yourself, just solo motoing. You know, even though this hadn't got much power, it's still heaps of fun. What it lacks in power, it makes up for in diversity. You know, it'll do the tightest, snottiest hill climbs, or you know, you can sort of travel all day without too much of an issue on dirt roads. So the DR650, I mean, as tempting as all these lovely, beautiful Africa 750s and Aprilia Tunos and things like that, T7s are, you just can't go past the DR. Well, I just came along probably the best road I've ever ridden along. It's easy, but for adventure riding, that road was just phenomenal. I think it's called Road 14. Well, I've got a sign here that says 40-mile break and North Lock Road, but that's the road I came from. And this place just never ceases to amaze me. So we're in the middle of freaking nowhere, and there's like a team of 10 tractors just slashing the sides of the road. So you probably saw all along there's just incredible tree ferns and these incredible trees, and then there's all this maintenance going on. You know, you had like 6 or 7 tractors with slashes, and then you know, a support vehicle. Awesome stuff, Victoria, well done. I've just checked my GoPro, and for some reason it was locked up. It didn't film at all. You're gonna just have to believe me on that. I actually put it in my GoPro, in my GPS. I've waypointed this spot, and this road is, I've just called it the best road in Victoria. If you want to know where it is, just hit me up and I'll give you GPS coordinates. So I'm about 40 k's out of Marysville now, and I've just been riding the best adventure tracks I've ever seen in my life. It wouldn't matter what adventure bike you're on, a bloody Tiger, KTM 1290, WR250, CRF 300, wouldn't matter. You would have a ball in here. It's near the water catchment area. I don't know what water catchment area. By the way, I do not track any of my rides. I do, however, add waypoints here and there. Not into sharing GPX files. It's all about getting out there and doing it and having fun and discovering things. Not having to sit there and watch a GPS like a hawk is really the way to go. I mean, this thing really, it's just to get you from A to B. You can go and, you know, go any which way, and by doing so, I've found some of the most awesome tracks. Like anyone that rides a motorcycle, enduro, adventure, it wouldn't matter, you would just have a ball through here. It really is big ball country. Well, believe it or not, my mission is just about at an end. This is just a little fire road coming into Marysville, and I am pretty much done. I started Sunday morning, rode all the way over. It was boring, so Sunday was a boring day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday have just been epic. Friday I will do the boring trip back to SA again. It's such an incredible place, the Victorian High Country. If I had my time again, I would definitely take my spot tracker. So unfortunately, as I was saying at the beginning, my spot tracker stuffed up before I left. So you know, solo riding, it's one of those things, like I've had thousands of hours of motorcycle riding since I was 5 years old. You know, for me, and being an only child, I've always, you know, spent a lot of time riding solo. I suppose it takes a certain person to be able to do this. Not everyone can do it, especially, you know, the high risk, high reward type riding that I've done this week. You know, some of it has been, yeah, the most extreme riding I've ever done. I'd do it all again. I know how to do it really well now, so even though I'm getting older, you know, my body's still going pretty good for how it is. GPS stuff, like I was saying before, you know, I just use it to find myself, find my way somewhere eventually. I go whatever way I want really, and you know, the GPS sort of catches up and recalculates and does its thing. Phone coverage, for some reason, I'm with Vodafone. For some reason, I had phone coverage all the way at Craig's Hut and everywhere, but as soon as I came this side of the mountains, I've had absolutely nothing. Water, yeah, I've been drinking plenty of water, probably, you know, 2 litres a day, but you know, nothing excessive. Food, I don't eat any breakfast or lunch. I only have a big meal at night. It seems to work for me when I'm out riding. I've been just staying at local pubs. Some of them have been good, others have been shit house. It's been a magnificent trip. I cannot complain about anything at all, really. The views are just staggering, and it never ends. It's just one after another. The view, the trees, the ferns. Funny thing was, I didn't see much marsupial activity at all on the other side, but as soon as I again came across those high plains on this side of the mountains, wallabies everywhere. That first leg I did this morning, I must have seen 100 wallabies. Yeah, this side of the range as well, when I came down from the high plains, started seeing reptiles, you know, goannas, things like that, which was pretty cool. As a lot of you know, I run a few motorcycle events South Australia, and do a couple in Victoria as well. Victoria, this will be my first year doing motorbike riding events in Victoria. It's all to raise money for the Black Dog Institute, which is for suicide prevention. A lot of us have been touched by, you know, suicide in our lives. A lot of us would know somebody that's been heavily affected by either somebody passing away due to suicide, or you know, somebody that they were close to passing away due to suicide. So that's a big focus of these events that I put on. Is motorcycle riding is one of the greatest ways to completely detach yourself from life's realities, from work, from family, from problems, from issues. All you've got is your wallet, your bike, your kit, and just an open mind as to where you want to go and what you want to do. And while you're actually riding, you know, if you're in the zone, which you are most of the time because it's dangerous, you are totally focused on where your front wheel is going to be traveling, and you're like in this dome, and reality of life just cannot penetrate this force field. So for me, it's been 5 days of having the problems of the world completely disappear and just being focused on staying alive, which is a real primal thing. And I think the benefits of that really shine through. Being able to spend your time by yourself, with yourself, and not go stir crazy, it's amazing. The more you stop, I find, like on a ride, if you're stopping all the time, you don't, that barrier actually breaks down. So if you head out in the morning and just try and ride as much as you possibly can for as long as you possibly can, that's what I find, you know, really works the best for me, and it might work good for you too. So time for me to sign off. If you are interested in checking out any of my events or my photos, please check out my website. It's really easy, isi.net.au. Check my Facebook page out as well. It's Iceberg Stew Industries. Yeah, I try and post up in a lot of the adventure riding and enduro groups around Australia. Yeah, if you want to come along to one of my events are always up on my website in the events section. They generally sell out pretty quickly. Keep an eye out for that one, and also post them up on social media as well. If you're watching on YouTube, it'd be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe button and the like. I know everyone says it, but they say it for a reason, because it really does help. So awesome for your support. I'd love to see you do that. Throw me some comments. You know, if you want to know locations, if you want to message me, I'm fine with it. Love chatting to people. I've got plenty of time to do so. So yeah, send me a message. Let me know what you think. Ask me about my bike. Ask me about where I've been. Happy to answer your questions. I always answer all my questions on YouTube. Well, signing off. I might take a few boring videos on the way home, but generally, yeah, I'm pretty much done for this week of riding. It's been amazing, and thank you all for watching. Cheers.